Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out yet another case for the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus. And for my S22 Plus, this is my daily driver, and shockingly, I still haven't purchased the Spigen Tough Armor case for this device. I finally got my hands on it. I had a couple more cases, and that's why I kind of held off on it. I didn't purchase it even though it's the case that I daily drive on all my other phones. Right now, I have it on my OnePlus 10 Pro and I have it on my Pixel 6 Pro, and on my daily driver phone, I still don't have it. I really wanted it, I just never got the time to purchase it. I know it's just one click away, it's just an Amazon purchase, but I kept forgetting about it, I kept delaying it, but I finally have it in front of me today. So this case was $19.99 on Amazon when I purchased it. It's only been like 2 days since I bought it. And so let's go ahead and begin with the unboxing. So Spigen cases, very casual, very nice unboxing, and a very simple package. You get a nice little Spigen logo up top, and then you also get the image of what the case looks like, plus for what device, and also the color. So it has three colors. It has black, gunmetal gray, and then it also has this greenish color. I forgot the name for it, but it might just be called green, I'm not really sure. I will be leaving a link down below for all of the colors, so if you do want to check them out, then there will be a link down below. So let's go ahead and open this up. Nothing on the back, as you can see. The front, again, looks very simple and nice. So we get a nice little pull tab right here that we just pull up, and voila, here is our case in a plastic pouch, and there's nothing else inside of this box. So let's put this aside and take our phone case out of its plastic packaging. All right, so inside we get our case, and we also get this, I guess this is like advertisement, so if you do want to purchase their 15-watt charging pad, which I haven't purchased. I really wanted to check this out, but I have a lot of wireless chargers, so I never got the chance to. And then they also have their gallium nitride, I'm not sure if I said it right, fast charging. So if you do want these out, want to check these out, here's a QR code, I guess. All right, so again, here is our Tough Armor case for the S22 Plus. Looks very simple, which is something I like about cases. Very minimal branding again, just says a Spigen logo on the stand, and I believe there is nothing else. And other than that, it just says Tough Armor on the right side of the case. So it's very minimal and you can barely see it. So on the inside of the case, we get this nice yellow foam. So this is for added protection. And I have said this in a previous unboxing of a Tough Armor case, which is one of my most recent ones for the OnePlus 10 Pro. They added this very recently. It's only been maybe like a year and a half or maybe 2 years. I believe they had it on the iPhone 12 Pro series or maybe the 13, so it's very new. But before, on my S10 Plus and my S10e, I did not actually have this, so there was none of this yellow foam. It was just a pattern that Spigen uses on most of the cases, but they have added this foam for the extra protection. So overall, they've never changed up the look of the case other than to fit the design of the phone you're getting. So it looks very simple and it gets the job done. So let's go ahead and plop our phone in real quick. Very easy. Just gotta plop it in like so, and boom, that is it. So one really nice thing, it is a thick case. So if you do compare it to some other thinner cases, this could be called a thick case, but in my personal opinion, it doesn't really add thickness to it. It feels really nice in the hand, really fits my hand perfectly, so I usually don't have any issues with it being a tad bit thicker than other cases. And then the back is also flat because of that, as you can see, so you won't get any rocking, even though I basically got no rocking with the S22 series, maybe with the Ultra, but I really didn't get too much rocking. But now it's going to sit flat on any type of area that you have. So let's move on to the cutouts. So we have a cutout up top, as you can see, our microphone cutout. We have a nice little cutout for the speaker grill up top. So not sure if you can see that perfectly, but it is cut out and there is a little lip there, so the sound still passes through and you don't lose any of the sound. And then you also have our speaker cutout on the bottom, and we have the cutout for our charging port and microphone. So everything is easily accessible and easy to use. So it's a functional case, so you won't really have any issues with that. Our back camera lens has a nice pill-shaped cutout, so it doesn't actually wrap around the design of it. Some cases do, and I do actually prefer that, but I guess since this is a thicker case, they kind of really can't do that, or else it would just make it thicker, and it would rock if they did that. And then we also have our cutout for our flashlight. So our camera lens is protected perfectly. As you can see, it's not exposed at all, so if you do drop it on its back, then you shouldn't have any issues with that. And so is our flashlight. They're both perfectly protected, so you shouldn't have any issues with the back. The back is going to be perfectly fine. And then on the front display, I have a screen protector on currently, but we still get a nice lip above the display. So the lip, again, all around, it's above the display, and since the S22 and the S22 Plus have a flat display, you don't really have any issues with the protection. So compared to, let's say, the OnePlus 10 Pro or the Pixel 6 Pro, since they do have edge displays, it is a little harder to protect the edges, but with the S22 and the S22 Plus, you won't be having that issue. Other than the S22 Ultra, you're going to be fine with the protection. It's going to be perfectly safe, and the lip is going to be all around protecting the device. So if you do drop it on its face, then again, you're going to be fine. So let's move on to the buttons. So the buttons are one of the biggest and most important parts of a case, in my opinion, and I believe it's like that for a lot of people as well. And the reason for that is because some cases, especially a little thicker cases like this one, the buttons are a tad bit harder to click, and it gets really annoying after a certain point. I've owned some cases that were pretty thick. I don't really remember the brand. I believe some of them were just like small brands, and the buttons weren't really the best. But so far, I've had no issues with Spigen cases, and I believe I won't be having that issue with this one either. So let's move on to the button test. So here's our power button and our volume rocker. So no extra force is applied, very minimal force, and I still get nice clicky sounds, I guess, from it. So this definitely passes the clicking test. And then also with our power button, it does have a nice little ridge on it. If you can see that, has a nice little ridge, and that is so you can locate it a lot easier than usual, because if it was just a flat face and all the buttons were the same, it would be a tad bit harder to actually locate where the power button was. And then our volume rockers also have a plus and a minus for the for higher the volume and lowering the volume. So that is about it for the overall general part of this case. But the biggest feature, and one of the main reasons why I really love this case and have it on basically all of my devices, is because of the kickstand that it has. So the kickstand isn't magnetic or anything, it just clicks on, it pops into its place, it pops out using your fingernail. So it's not really sophisticated, it's a very simple thing, very simple kickstand, but it's very easy to use and it's very functional. So all you gotta do, pop it out, and you can place it any way you want. So you can't use it vertically, which sometimes does get annoying, but I'm perfectly fine. When using your phone, you generally don't stand it up vertically unless you're going to shoot a vertical video. So I'm generally fine with that. I haven't had any issues with that. But personally, let's say I'm laying down in bed. I lay it down like this, where the kickstand is on the bottom end of the phone and closer to the table or wherever I'm placing it. This usually gets me like a 90-degree angle, so it's very small, very close to a 90-degree angle. So if I'm laying down somewhere, I'm able to easily watch and consume the content that I want to without the need of using one of my hands to hold it. I know if you do use your phone in your bed a lot, and let's say you have a kickstand, you have a table right next to it, a nightstand, and you just want to place it on there, this is one of the cases that I use for that. It's really simple, and my hand doesn't hurt after a while, which does really get annoying. And then we can also place it down this way, where the kickstand is higher up. As you can see, when you place it like this, you get almost a 30-degree angle, and with this position, you're basically able to eat your food. Let's say you're sitting on a table eating food and you want to consume some content, then here you go. You're able to do that perfectly fine with this orientation, which is, again, another reason why I love this kickstand. So, again, it is a very simple kickstand, but durability-wise, it has lasted me on all of my cases, even my 3-year-old S10e case, and so I believe Spigen has done the same quality of product. They probably use the same quality of product on this one as well. And again, it's a very simple kickstand to make, so they shouldn't really have any issues with durability. So if you do try to pull it off, you could probably manage to break it, but if you're using it normally, day-to-day usage, then you will not be having any issues with that kickstand. So that is basically going to wrap it up for this video. I believe there isn't anything else to cover on this case. I've covered this case on multiple devices many times. Some might say I'm addicted to this case, but again, this is one of my favorite cases and I do have it on all of my devices. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe as it helps support the channel. And again, if you do want to check this case out, there will be a link down below. So see y'all in the next one.